We're showing now a restorative pose, a front-lying Shavasana. So Shavasana lying on the belly, really helpful for any kind of back tension anywhere in the back. One of my favorite poses. And so what we've done is taken two bolsters, set them up like an upside-down T, and then draped a blanket over the top. If you don't have bolsters, you can roll up towels or blankets, pillows, whatever you've got, to lift yourself up and have this T shape. It's important that this is level and not one bit higher than the other. I've also rolled up a blanket to support the ankles. You could, of course, use any kind of cushion to support the ankles if you don't have anything to roll up, but towels work just as well as blankets for this. So, Nicole was going to come now and lay down belly and pelvis on this wide bolster, the horizontal one, and spine following this vertical bolster. Good. And just lie down for a minute, and then I'll point out a couple things. So it's best if you watch the setup, then you can do the setup yourself after you've seen how to get in and how to get out, and you can stay for as long as you have the time for. So she's come quite high on the bolster, which is encouraging the back to have a really strong curve. I'm going to ask her now, and for those of you at home when you do it, to come further down towards the feet. Just enough, that's plenty. So that as you rest into this, you could see hopefully that as she lets go with the muscles, the pelvis starts to pull back towards the knees. And now this curve is quite flat and subtle. So that's helpful to release lower back tension. Does it feel good? Yeah. You know the restorative pose is going well if it feels good. This is a practice of making sure that you're comfortable and feeling good. You'll probably need to use your feet to get this rolled up support or cushion to be directly underneath your ankles so that there is no pressure on the toes. It's important here that you internally rotate your thigh bones. So to do that, lift up your knees for a moment. Your knees, there you go. And then you spin the legs in, like the toes are going to touch, big toes, and then you bring the knees gently back down. Good. So that's a nice, clear internal rotation. And the purpose of doing that internal rotation is to create more space along the sacrum for the piriformis and the glute muscles to let go and have space. Following up from that, the wider you take your elbows, the more release in the shoulders and upper back. Following from that, your neck, to keep it a gentle twist and not anything severe, please rest on your cheekbone and eye socket and tuck the chin. There should be no pressure whatsoever on the bottom ear. After you've done that, you can take your eye pillow that you have, hopefully grown to love, and if you rest it over the back of the neck, it's just quite soothing. To block the light and keep your eyes closed, which is really important in relaxing and destimulating the brain, you could take a little towel or again a sock, whatever you've got, and drape that over the eyes. A yoga strap or scarf can work well for that. In this position, the eye pillows do tend to fall, so I would not use that on the eye here unless you have one that ties on. So darkness, comfort so that you can be still, quiet, and making sure you're warm. If there's any sense that you're cold, you should cover yourself with a blanket. Being cold will stop the body from relaxing. Good. Now with this pose, you will need to set a timer twice so that you have equal time on both sides of the head. When you do this pose, aim for about 5 minutes on each side.